187 on the board. Can they get one more big hit?
Final ball of the innings coming up. Neelikar on strike. Neelikar goes big. The ball's hung in the air for eternity and smashes into the side screen. What an emphatic way to end the innings. She brings up her half century and remains unbeaten during this 28 World Day of hers as New Zealand finish on a whopping, staggering 193 for 3 of their 20-over allocation. And take a bow, Devonshire. She's played second fiddle, but added some much-needed momentum in this batting innings.
Unbelievable finish to what's been an incredible innings. 51 off just 28 deliveries is what the skipper finishes on, unbeaten. It's a massive total. It's a massive statement from the Kiwi batters.
Terrific all-round batting display from the top 5 of New Zealand. All of them contributing with 25-plus scores. Glimmer and Bates setting the tone. First up, Bates utilizing the depth of the crease and the lateral room in equal measure. And then Izzy Sharp falling 4 runs short of what would have been a terrific half-century. But the half-centurion on the day is Neelikar, the first of the warm-ups here in Loughborough, and keeping her company towards the close end of the innings was Devonshire. 20 runs she plundered of just 8 deliveries, with New Zealand finishing on 193 against Bangladesh. Excellent statement that.
6 bowling options used by Bangladesh. Nahida Akhtar picking up 1 wicket. She was expensive today though, going for 48 in her 4. Ritu Moni, the pick of the bowlers, picking up 2 wickets. But all they could manage was the 3 wickets because New Zealand had a good measure of the conditions and the bowlers.
Bangladesh need 194 to get the better of defending champions New Zealand in this warm-up fixture ahead of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup England and Wales 2026. It's going to be an uphill task given New Zealand's efficacy and multifacetedness as a bowling unit. So lots to look forward to. We'll be live again shortly after this brief break. a display of might and fight from the New Zealand top five after Bangladesh won the toss and decided to insert them in with the bat. The result 193 on the board for the loss of 3 wickets in their 20 over allocation.
And it was Susie Bates who got the ball rolling. Used the crease incredibly well, moving inside the line on multiple occasions and coming down the track to the spinners. 4 fours and 1 massive 6. The important opening partnership between her and Plimmer set the platform for the rest of the New Zealand batters so that they could get past 190. Susie Bates laying the foundation before she was dismissed in that manner by Ritumoni, who was the pick of the bowlers. 6 bowling options used by Bangladesh after electing to take the field first. Maruf Akhtar unfortunately went wicketless. Sanjida bowled well, although wicketless, only conceding 26. Ritumoni picked up 2. Nahida Akhtar, one of their most experienced bowlers, picked up just the 1 wicket. Bahima Khatun and Shorna Akhtar, the other options used. Georgia Plimmer was the first to go. Good catch at point. That broke that opening partnership. And Moni got another as well. Izzy Sharp closing in on a 50, but finding the fielder in the deep. That was the 3rd wicket to fall. Just 3 times they were able to make some inroads.
That's how the 2 groups have been stacking up, leading into the 10th edition of the ICC Women's T20 World Cup, England and Wales 2026. Group A being dubbed as the Group of Death. And why not? Because you have the most successful team in women's cricket history, South Africa, definite contenders, along with India, along with Bangladesh, first timers, Netherlands and Pakistan. Group B, on the other hand, comprises hosts England, who, it bears reminding, lifted the trophy on this very home soil of theirs in the inaugural edition back in 2009. And alongside them are pooled New Zealand, defending champions, the West Indies winners of the 2016 edition, along with European rivals such as Ireland, Scotland, and of course the Chamari Atapattu-led side, Sri Lanka.
New Zealand is in Group B. They start their campaign against the West Indies on the 13th in Southampton, and they play 3 games at the same venue against Sri Lanka and Ireland to follow. And they finish with Scotland and England, and that one at the Oval. Promises to be some exciting contests on the cards for New Zealand. Will they be able to defend their crown? That's the question.
It's the first ever 12-team Women's T20 World Cup, biggest field yet, which means more variety in the group stages and more competition, and Bangladesh will have plenty to contend with, starting off their tournament with a fixture in Birmingham, Edgbaston against Netherlands, and then they move to Leeds to play Australia, and subsequently to Southampton for the fixture against Pakistan. In Manchester, they'll be up against a resolute India, and finally at Lord's, London, which is going to host the final on July the 5th. Bangladesh will round off their league stage campaign against South Africa. Well, it's time to head into a break, and we will bring you live action from the Bangladesh chase in quick time. Bangladesh face a serious examination here, chasing 194 against reigning T20 world champions New Zealand in Loughborough in what is the second warm-up fixture of the day here. Bangladesh's batting has shown signs of growth in recent years, especially through players like Dilara Akhtar, Shobhana Mostri, and of course their captain, Nigar Sultana Jyoti. But this chase will ask for almost everything from their batting unit. Intent, calm, partnerships, and of course belief against one of the contenders of the silverware. Tasked with opening duties is Dilara Akhtar, who only 3 days ago became the fastest half-centurion for Bangladesh in women's T20Is, and that happened during the Tri-Series in Edinburgh. She's coming off quite the feat there and will be joining forces with Juwairia Firdaus, one of the standout batters from the global qualifiers, where Bangladesh were unbeaten in their 7-match outing and finished eventual champions. Joining me in the commentary box is Phoebe Graham.
Yeah, Rosemary Mair to open the bowling for New Zealand. A really impressive quick. I've been impressed with her pace.
Let's play.
In the England series.
Oh, searing delivery. Asking questions of Dilara Akhtar first up. Sure, Rosemary Mair lost her footing in her follow-through, but that is quite the way to greet the batter in a chase of 194.
Well, you can see what the quicker bowlers can get out of the pitch here. That one from Mair just nipped back in, calling Akhtar all sorts of trouble first up. Put so much into that, she lost her footing as well, slipped in that delivery.
Slightly wavered on that occasion. Did it touch any part of the person of the player is the question. It is a legitimate delivery. Clearly must have brushed past the thigh pads.
I think for Mair here, it's just making sure she uses the pitch, getting it right up there, allow the pitch to do the talking. We saw it with Ismail earlier today for South Africa. Put the ball up there, let it nip about.
Definitely wide this time around. Well, the umpire says no. Interesting call that.
Yeah, I was looking slightly confused by that, but not given the wide. By Mair.
The two on-field umpires for this game, Karen Cluster of South Africa and the OG trailblazer from England, Sue Redfern.
She's a celebrity in herself now, Sue, isn't she?
Mild appeal there from some of the infielders. How was that? But the umpire, Cluster, unmoved.
Yeah, she's losing a line here, is Mair. That first delivery, shaped outside of off stump, nipped back in, had a serious bit of jag. But you can see here, her arm is just past the perpendicular, and she's therefore losing shape in her action and pushing it down the leg side. Potentially getting away with a few deliveries here. Expected to give a few of those previous deliveries wide.
Played it nicely over the infield on the offside. And the momentum from that Mair delivery, taking it all the way to the ropes. First four of this Bangladesh chase, and it comes off the bat of Dilara Akhtar.
Yeah, Akhtar does well here. It's wide, it's short. Very dismissively cuts that through the offside. She will not let Rosemary Mair get away with that delivery.
Open the face of the bat. Dot ball to finish off this very good over from Mair. Just that solitary boundary. 4 runs coming off it. Bangladesh 4 for no loss after the first over. Jesker to share the new ball alongside Rosemary Mayer, the younger sister Amelia Kerr, dispatched the fireworks with the bat in hand, and it's time now when the spotlight shifts to the elder sister. It starts off well. Back of a length delivery set up just about enough for Firdaus to take it off the pads.
Yeah, I think we'll see Jessica get quite a bit of shape here. Any bowler that swings the ball in, just swings it in to the right-hander. Has proved to get a lot of shape with the new ball. It's grey and overcast. Typical British conditions.
Played behind square. Oh, should have been a regulation catch. Instead, it turns into a lifeline for Dilara Akhtar.
Well, Devonshire sits back on her toes here, doesn't make her ground. Quite lazy movement to the ball makes it what should have been a simple catch. Drop and let go through her hands there.
Smashed, nicely pulled away. Dispatched with disdain by Juwairia Firdaus. First boundary for her, and it comes off Jessica.
Well, the most frustrating feeling as a bowler when a catch goes down and the next ball you get dispatched for 4. Uses the swing of the ball here and just leans back and pulls that round the corner. It's really nicely played. Frustrating for New Zealand though.
Wow. Just uses his wrist. Chance of a run out at the wicket-keeper's end, and the fielder at short mid-wicket, the captain herself, Meeli Kerr, fires in a rocket throw, and the wicket-keeper does the rest. It's going to be curtains for Dilara Akhtar, and Bangladesh lose their first.
Well, after seeing a regulation drop catch, that is an excellent piece of fielding by Meeli Kerr. Diving in at mid-wicket, manages to get a hand and then throws that from the knees. Brilliant piece of fielding. The whole way to get those run-outs there is releasing the ball as quickly as possible, which she does. Gets the wicket of Akhtar. She departs for 5. Bangladesh 10 for 1.
You just can't keep Meeli Kerr out of the game. Effective with the bat in hand. A talismanic figure as a leg spinner. And on the field, ever the live wire. With a sparkling exhibit of athleticism with that run out of Dilara Akhtar's. As she's replaced by Sharmin Akhtar Shupta. In the middle, on strike now. Against Jesker. Nicely bowled Yorker. Nancy Patel gets some part of a body behind it and intercepts the momentum. Gets up the strike, does Sharmin.
All facets of Meeli Kerr's game have improved since getting captaincy, and it just feels like there's a question mark whether it would be too much responsibility for her, but actually her game's reached a new level that we never thought it would reach. She's just going from strength to strength and takes on the responsibility with ease.
Flicked off the pads. That's going to hum away to the rope. A welcome boundary for Bangladesh after the loss of the first wicket. And this time Firdaus does well to work it into the leg side to close out Kerr's 11-run first over. 2 overs gone, Bangladesh 15 for 1. one of the three titans of New Zealand cricket, was about to hang up her boots at the close of the upcoming Women's T20 World Cup. And it's their talismanic pace spearhead, Leah Tahuhu. Some outgoing swing on display in a very first delivery.
Such a fierce competitor as well, Leah Tahuhu, for New Zealand. Brings that fire to the pace attack and has that aggression about her, similar to a Cap, that you know that she's comfortable using the short ball.
Short ball doesn't get hold of it whatsoever. And she's easily one of the most important stories of the modern day women's game, especially in the era of professionalization, because she happens to be a mother. And the time Leah Tahuhu and her partner, Amy Satterthwaite, the former New Zealand captain, decided to have a baby, it was such a big thing. There was a boom of babies among women cricketers during the 2022 edition of the ODI World Cup, which New Zealand hosted. Oh, crunched with an offer and punished. But there is a fielder there. They're pushing for the second run. Good running in the end. Excellent cricket on display.
Well, smart field placement from New Zealand. Leah Tahuhu has a deep cover and is able to cut that out from Sharman. It's a lovely strike. Just throws her hands through the line of the ball. But that deep point, being able to do the work, come round. And a better throw might have caused them a bit of trouble there.
And the reason I call Leah Tahuhu such an important figure is because for long, women cricketers did not enjoy the kind of support that needed to keep and retain talent within the ecosystem, which is why you have so many former players who had to leave the game at their peak for the want of support. But here she has been a great servant for New Zealand cricket. And the money, the funding, the pathways have emerged only over time, especially with them winning the T20 World Cup. And she has been firm in her statements in the lead up to this World Cup that she doesn't want it to be projected as an emotional farewell, but something that should be remembered as what the three stalwarts, the icons, Tahuhu, Bates and Devine has done to take New Zealand women's cricket to the next level.
I think any cricketer that's lived through the professionalisation of the game deserves a huge shout out. You know, it's been a massive journey in the professionalisation. We've seen it within the UK and English cricket. Domestically, here now in Britain, there's maternity policy within contracts, minimum standards that we never thought would be in place. So to live through the era has been an amazing achievement.
Upish. A couple of bounces straight to the fielder at deep point. Closes out this economical over from Tahuhu. Just 4 runs conceded. End of the third. Bangladesh 19 for 1. Nancy Patel, about to make her T20 World Cup debut in operation here in the warm-up. And she starts off with a wideish delivery that keeps low. Plenty of activity and hullabaloo in the middle from the New Zealand fielding side.
Yeah, I played with Nancy in New Zealand in the Super Smash for Northern Brave. And she's a brilliant all-round cricketer, fielder, canny operator with ball in hand, able to change her pace nicely.
Oh, she sent this skywards. And easy catch, gobbled up by Maddie Green. Didn't have to break a sweat whatsoever. End of Sharmin Akhtar Shufta's innings. A paltry outing for her, worth just 4 runs, and Bangladesh lose their second wicket. Nancy Patel picks up a first.
Yeah, stock delivery by Nancy Patel. Doesn't get all of it, and it's straight up and a regulation catch in the end. Akhtar goes for 4. Bangladesh 19 for 2.
New batter in, Taj Nehar. She was out in the wilderness and away from the national side for a fairly long time. Interesting that Bangladesh have included her in the squad for the World Cup. Didn't quite turn heads since her international debut, as a result of which fell off the selection radar. But now she has an opportunity to make good on her promise, and also the opportunity she has been given swivel pulls to get her first run of the innings.
Nice to see the sun breaking through as well. Done well to get 2 good games of cricket here today in the ICC World Cup warm-up matches. South Africa beat Ireland earlier this morning by just 15 runs.
That's a big hit into the leg side. Oh, catching opportunity, which I think has ended up as a maximum 6 runs, with the fielder overrunning that effort while the ball was in her hand.
These are the opportunities New Zealand need to be taking. Izzy Sharp out in the deep, overruns it, does get her hands to the ball, catches it in fact, but runs over the rope. They're the big moments when you're playing against the best teams in the world that you need to take. She's finding it quite funny today. Might not if that was Australia.
Not quite sharp from sharp. We can look at the funny side of it. The entire infield of New Zealand's. And that concludes the 4th over. Bangladesh 26 for 2. Rosemary Mayer, right arm medium pacer, back for her second over, operating from the far end. Taj Nehar on strike. Soft hands from Nehar, a bit too precarious for my liking.
Yeah, you can just see that ball nipping back in and taking the stumps. Exposes all 3 stumps to Mayer there. Be licking your lips as a fast bowler, thinking, just need to get through that baton pad. It would be a fairy tale finish for New Zealand, for Bates, Devine, Tahuhu. It's going to be talked about a lot throughout this World Cup, I'm sure.
Absolutely. And what a fine tribute it would be from the skipper, the incumbent Amelia Kerr, who was babied when Amelia Kerr broke into the international side, and that has been adjudged a front foot no ball, will be a free hit as signalled by Karen Cluster.
Not only babied, Sophie Devine was her babysitter, which is brilliant in itself. The story is just wonderful. That 360 moment when Sophie Devine gave her the armband. I don't think she would have ever thought that when she was looking after her years ago.
Oh, shot! What a strike from Juwairia Firdaus. Came out of nowhere, and she optimizes that free hit somewhat, and it went towards the direction of Sophie Devine.
That's the shot of the day. Picked that wonderfully. Through the legs of Sophie Devine. It looks like she's still searching for the ball, but no, she's cleaning the kit up for the team.
Wonder whose book that is. Quite fat. The last time a book came out and was aired on ICCTV broadcast, it made headlines, and that happened in England, Phoebe, during the 2017 edition. Then India captain Mithali Raj was reading Rumi on the sidelines, and it became social media content, and subsequently Mithali Raj became the bookworm she's always been, but the world got to know. Sophie Devine, what are you reading? Do tell us. Big heave into the leg side, no connection whatsoever.
Trying to copy a partner's work there is Taj. Just 2 from 5 deliveries and trying to create something here. They are behind the rate already. And the power play is where you want to take the sting of the run chase. With only 2 fielders out, it makes it much easier to chase with a good power play.
Wayward could grab that from the wicketkeeper. Izzy Gaze pouncing on a full stretch dive. In fact, it's English. Holly Inglis eating wickets in place of Izzy Gaze. Quite the difference at this stage of play. New Zealand were 43 for no loss. Bangladesh have lost 2 wickets, have managed to put on only 33 on the board. That's been drilled down the ground, beats the fielder, 4 runs for Taj Nehar. That's exquisite timing. Been an expensive over this from Rosemary Mayer. End of the 5th over. Bangladesh 37 for 2.
Bowlers who relies on shape through the air. She likes to swing the ball late with her action. Shabani Bhaskar, former USA captain alongside. You probably watched this bowler over the years, Shabani. Not express pace, but again, like Marufa Akhtar, likes to shape the ball into the pads.
Almost every team, Alan, has a bowler like Jaskar. If you look at the Indian lineup, you have Renuka Singh Thakur, Marufa Akhtar for Bangladesh, Jaskar for New Zealand. They come wide of the crease, angle the ball into the right-hander, and when there is swing on offer, they swing it in the air as well. But even without it...
Great shot. A lot of authority in that. Very nice by Firdaus.
Keeps that front leg side of the ball. And hits through the line. Beautifully done by Firdaus. She's raced to 24 off just 11. Yeah, not stepping into the line of the ball. Just steps straight. So she has the room, has the width to free her arms.
A much reduced pace delivery from Jess Kerr.
And when you think of similar bowlers. Another one that comes to mind is Megan Schutt of Australia. Very similar.
Very. She's taken a whole bunch of, whole career has been a spearhead for Australia, who's recently announced her retirement, hasn't she?
What a legend.
Up and over. And that'll be 4. A little bit of width from Jess Kerr, and she's punished.
Gets under it. Throws her bat at it. Throws the kitchen sink. It does Taj Nehar. Turning out to be a productive over. Yeah, good stride. It's gonna run away on this outfield. The sun's come out. The outfield's dried up as well.
And it's a safe shot. If it's that wide, you can really throw the bat at it. There's no slip. There's no third. Oh dear, that has slipped out of the hand. Yeah, it's got to be a wide.
Just looking for the changeup was just her. No control on that occasion. 1 ball left in this over.
Well fielded. Really well fielded. It's the end of the over. 6 gone, 48 for 2. Bangladesh going along quite nicely here. 4 bowlers used by New Zealand. Nancy Patel, the wicket taker, 1 for 7. And the run out, of course. 2 overs from Rosemary Meyer, none for 15, and Leah Tahuhu, none for 4. So Amelia Kerr hasn't bowled yet with her leg spin. Leah Tahuhu.
There's that wicket. Amelia Kerr with the run out. Exceptional. To stop the ball, get into She wasn't even in a balanced position. She was still down. She was on her knees, but to get that throw in,
Gosh, it's landed safely as well. It's gone nowhere. It's that extra pace we're seeing from Leah Tahuhu.
and then Nancy Patil came into the attack. And looking for the big shot, but holding out in the deep. Maddie Green with a good catch, well judged, well held. That was the second wicket to fall for Bangladesh.
Well, ever since, we've been watching New Zealand cricket, women's cricket, this player, Leah Tahuhu's been on central focus. She made her debut back in 2011, 15 years ago. Best bowling 4 for 6 against Bangladesh, 4 for 6. That was in Christchurch 4 years ago, and just 2 months ago took 3 for 15 against South Africa. So she's still rolling in and she's still bowling at good pace. But imagine making your debut 15 years ago and you're now playing in a World Cup, and it will be her farewell. They've got her onto the park over the years, strapped her up, given her anti-inflammatories and said, go and bowl. And she's done it.
Takes hard work as a cricketer, but also as a fast bowler, to stay in the game as long as she has, and also evolved the way she has. Not just...
How on earth has she got away with that? That's landed. You couldn't plot that. Whatever happened next, it's gone over the keeper's head. Just have a look at this. Shabani, this is all yours.
It's hard to put any words to this. She gets away with it. The bowler does and the batter does, in a way. Because it very well could have been a 4, or it could have been a catch straight into Short Fine's hands.
Right, straight up. Outside edge, should be a catch. It's an easy catch. And Leah Tahuhu strikes. Flora Devonshire takes the catch. And it's once again that extra pace.
You're looking to go leg side and takes that outside edge. She's a tricky customer, Leah Tahuhu, because of that slingy action. The line in which the ball starts is different from where it ends up on the stumps. Makes it that extra bit challenging. As Firdaus goes for a well-made 26, 51 for 3, Bangladesh.
Nigar Sultana. Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Got 100 on the CV as well. Strike rate is a little on the low side, but for so many years she has been the cement for this Bangladesh team. She's held the team together. Devonshire, the left arm spinner. Nice action. Good economy. She's only played 4 matches, but there's a lot to admire about this action. Oh, heck, there's a lot to admire about that delivery as well. Well bowled, and the left arm spinner looking in good fettle.
Bowled round her legs, pitching on leg and crashing into the stumps. It was too full for this sweep shot. And that is the downfall of Taj Nehar. Beautifully bowled. Nice drift. Nice and full. And on the stumps from Flora Devonshire. to Senthej Nehar, back for 13. Bangladesh 4 down now with 51 on the board.
So 4 down now, Bangladesh, and it brings Shauna Akhtar into the middle here with a strike rate of 100. Shauna Akhtar is one of the young upcoming players and talents coming through Bangladesh cricket. And Flora Devonshire with a nice action, left arm spin. And you're right, Shabani, it was too full to play the shot, wasn't it?
You see, it's almost pitching on her feet. She stepped into it, and that created this space for the ball to pass her behind her legs. It was extremely well bowled by Flora Devonshire. A drift into the right-hander. Beautiful to watch.
And the field is well set. If you do drag one down, it's normally with a Bangladesh batter, it's pulled with the bottom hand. So I think if you can strengthen that leg side fence, you're in business.
Absolutely. They've set the right fields for the batters. Have the Kiwi bowlers. And kept it quite tight as well.
Every good New Zealand team's got a good left arm spinner, men and women. You think of Mitchell Santner, Daniel Vittori over the years, and now we're watching here Flora Devonshire's got a good action, repeatable action. I like it. End of 8 overs, Bangladesh 54 for 4.
Centre. Right arm over to you.
There to Huhu. Third over. Just over the years, Shabani, you know this, Leah has had this shape, hasn't she? So slightly round arm, the arm drops a little bit. And I always wonder now, 4 down, I'd be inclined to say to Leah Tahu, do you want to slip? Pitch the ball up, have a slip, and see if we can whip out another couple here.
Agree with you 100%, Alan. Put the Bangladeshi batters under more pressure and also strengthen, keep a more attacking field, because she doesn't need the ball to be new for it to move because of her action, with that slightly slingy action away from her ear. And when she's close to the stump, it's almost coming from in front of the umpire's face, right over the stumps. So different line of attack that if you haven't played her, you're not accustomed to that sort of angle coming into you. The ball starts almost over the stumps, and then it moves away. It's not coming in and moving away, as many other outswingers would be doing.
Shauna Akhtar on strike. In the 50 over tournament World Cup in India and Sri Lanka in October. last October. She really made people sit up and take notice. Nicely organised player, and she was not afraid of hitting down the ground. It's something that not a lot of the Bangladesh women cricketers do. They tend to sweep a lot.
And one of the reasons for that is also the number of spinners you have coming out of Bangladesh. So you are more used to using the pace or using the crease to sweep. But she's slightly taller than the average Bangladeshi cricketer.
Short and halfway up the bat from Jyoti.
And because she's taller, she has those longer levers. And she's using that to good effect. And she is quite a bit younger. And the current generation, you have more explosive batters. You start with the big hit before you start with the defense. So that sort of mindset is what Shorn Akhtar feels like she's growing up with.
Nine gone, Bangladesh 59 for 4. Fielded. This is a good opportunity for Flora Devonshire to impress the management that she's a key bowler in this side. Susie Bates rolling back the ears. She gets a nice bit of drift, doesn't she?
Yep, she does. You mentioned the repeatable action, rhythmic and repeatable. And as you said, someone like Daniel Vettori, Mitch Santner, they have that repeatable action. Quick single, nicely placed. And when you want to be that dependable bowler for your side, which most left-arm spinners are, you need to have that repeatability.
Oh, it's worth the shout. Again, she bowls it tantalizingly with a certain amount of air, so it stays a long time in the air. I like this. This is really good. Yes, just drifting down, but she does get this drift.
She's also bowling that in-between length. You're tempting the batter to come down the track, but she's not quite bowling it slow enough. You feel like you may be able to reach it just with that front foot stride, but it's not quite there. Brilliant length.
It's the end of 10 overs. Bangladesh are now 62 for 4.
The second set of 10 overs remaining, and the asking rate keeps ballooning for Bangladesh. Reverse attempted by Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Just one run coming of it. 131 runs needed now for 59 deliveries. The target a bit out of reach of Bangladesh now. Phoebe Graham.
Yeah, it feels like 13 and over at this stage is a big ask for Bangladesh. I think it's how tidy can New Zealand be at this stage of the game.
That's been hoiked into the leg side. The slog sweep, not quite immaculately connected. Picks up a couple of runs, does Shauna Akhtar.
And it feels like this stage of the game is making the most of this ICC warm-up game. So with it being a warm-up game, can the Bangladesh batters get some confidence in the middle order? And can New Zealand be really tidy in the field?
Chipped uppishly and precariously towards Maddie Green at short mid-wicket.
The kind of confidence you want in your camp leading into the big tournament, to their opening game next weekend, is to make sure that you're firing on all cylinders. You're starting to be really sharp with small things like angles, and Nancy Patel moving her fielders round here, and not taking for granted that you've got Bangladesh 4 down in the 10th over.
Oh, it's gone up in the air. The wicketkeeper says it's my catch, and she takes it with ease. Shauna Akhtar has to depart, and Nancy Patel picks up her second.
Love that from Nancy Patel. Changed her field on the leg side, and with that created a big gap, enticed Shauna to play the slog sweep. But it was a huge top edge. She went inside out, and a simple catch for the keeper in the end. Shauna Akhtar goes for 9. Bangladesh 66 for 5 now.
Around to you. 2 balls.
Pace bowling all-rounder Ritumani, the new batter in, connects well first off, gets off strike with a single. You could sense in that Shauna Akhtar heave completely miscued it, that she was losing patience. Perhaps the directive from the captain, her batting partner Nigar Sultana Jyoti, was to go for the big shots given the growing asking rate.
Boundaries are so big square as well here, so it was a big ask. 67 for 5 here, Bangladesh, after 11 overs.
Skipper into the attack. Mealikar, wrist spinner. Concedes a 4, first ball, courtesy of a misfield as Ritumani picks up her first boundary of the innings.
Yeah, it was a wayward ball from Mealikar. You don't see her drift the ball down the leg side that often, but overrun by Izzy Gaze in the deep. Makes a meal of that.
She's usually on the money, as you rightly said, Phoebe. Mealikar got one of the most lethal doosras there is. And even after so many years of her plying her trade on the international circuit, her wrong on is still very difficult to read. A short ball swatted into the leg side, dragged through mid-wicket for a single.
I think we should give a big shout out to the weather. The sun has absolutely come out to join us now this evening. It's the best part of the day we've seen so far. conditions are in Bangladesh favour now. The sun beaming in.
Beautifully bowled by Amelie Kerr. Bit of flight on that one. Delectable to view.
Weathered the storm throughout the day. Managed to get two really great games of cricket this morning. South Africa versus Ireland. South Africa beat Ireland by 15 runs.
Floaty once again from Amelie Kerr. She's keeping the batter guessing on that occasion. Too good, absolutely too good for Ritumoni. Here you have arguably one of the top 3 wrist spinners in the global women's game in operation. Tying her all ends up is Amelie Kerr. 51 unbeaten runs with the bat. And here she has a chance to pick up a few wickets now. Wide delivery adjudged. And Amelie Kerr, Phoebe, is such a role model when it comes to the Gen Z pack of women cricketers. You think of the likes of Jemima Rodrigues, Laura Wolfhard, Sophie Molyneux, all of them born around the turn of the millennium, 1999, 2000. And look how they've evolved into these inspirational leadership figures. Molyneux, now the captain of Australia. Amelie Kerr, skipper of New Zealand. Rodrigues played an epic innings in that semi-final in the ODI World Cup last year. And looks like some running repairs have to be done here with the captain of Bangladesh, Nigar Sultana Jyoti.
See Redfern's having a word here because right in the middle of the over, 1 ball to go, and they've changed the gloves. Trying to play with Amelie Kerr here, get into her head. I think it's going to take more than that to put off one of the world's greatest bowlers. But yeah, an inspirational role model, and takes that responsibility on to lead by example and lead this New Zealand attack.
A drag to deep square leg, well fielded there by Georgia Plummer. Clean pick up and throw. 2 runs taken by Ritumoni. Bangladesh 76 for 5 at the close of the 12th.
Bowling turn, right over to you.
There's Amelie in operation. You can't keep Jess away for too long. Oh, beautifully played along the carpet. A square drive from Nigar Sultana Jyoti. As she adds 2 more runs to her tally. Delectably driven. Not an easy stroke to play that.
Yeah, you can see Jess Kerr here has just lost the shape of this delivery. She doesn't have the swing as the ball's got slightly older. Ball in the 13th over here.
Wide ball.
That wide delivery that was getting shape previously back in to the right-hander is just straightening. So she needs to move a line straighter here towards the stumps. Because at this stage of the game, they're only 5 down. They need 115 off 47, but you want to be challenging the stumps.
Cross seam at Dhorse was the reading from Nigar Sultana Jyoti, meaning she's held this cross seam. Good reading from the non-striker and an equally good fielding effort from the short third fielder. That just speaks to how smart Nigar Sultana Jyoti as a player is, right? She stood at the non-striker's end. She's reading the release of the ball from the hand of Jesker and passing on that information to the striker Ritumoni. And we saw how she tried to outthink Amelia Kerr in that previous over.
So important as well when you're facing a bowler like Jessica Kerr, who swings the ball so much. By having the ball cross seam, it will shape so differently in the air. So if it's a slight signal to your partner or going down to the other end, it really helps with how you line and face up against Jessica Kerr. So good communication between the two batters.
Drilled straight to Kerr. Bit of a misfield, but no runs taken. And while we've spoken so much about Amelie Kerr as an inspirational figure, you look at Jess, the elder sister. Her career has been a story of resilience itself. Diagnosed with type 1 diabetes and then forced to give up a promising athletics career following a diagnosis of compartment syndrome as well as facial paralysis. She's pushed through setbacks to make her debut for New Zealand. That came in 2020. And over the years, she's gone on to establish herself as a key cog in that New Zealand Test contingent and has really taken on the baton, so to speak, from the likes of Leah Tahuhu.
Yeah, she's not a player that you talk about a lot because she's not that showstopper, that star. But what she does do is a really good job with bat and ball and in field. But it's almost that unsung hero role that she just gets a job done, does Jessica.
Oh, excellent stop that from Nancy Patel. Acrobatic from the get-go. Finishes off the Kerr third over with a dot. Bangladesh 82 for 5. Amelie Kerr mixing up her bowling options really well as she brings Susie Bates into the attack for her first over. Nigar Sultana on strike. Wristily flicked along the carpet into the leg side for a single. And Bates really set the tone of the match with her terrific innings and that partnership with Georgia Plymouth.
She always bowls handy overs as well, does Susie Bates. Often uses the sixth bowler in the attack, but has a lot of control with the ball in hand. Quite often comes on when the game needs that. I've seen her bowl crunch overs many a time for New Zealand. And really like her opening the batting and being that option for New Zealand.
Such an icon of the game. Every dressing room she's been part of, whether it be in international cricket or across franchise leagues, she's looked to pass on wisdom to the younger players.
That's where these characters will be missed. They're not just amazing cricket players. It's how they bring on the next generation of player, how they impart their knowledge, the energy they bring in the dressing room as well. Not just one, it's times three as well.
Has been hammered, but finds the long on fielder. The sun beaming straight into the eyes of Green.
Stunning evening now. Blue skies everywhere here at Loughborough University.
Sweep this one. Iffy connection in that instance. Has a shy at the non-striker's end as the fielder. Bates has a laugh and she concludes her first over, conceding just 3 runs. Bangladesh 85 for 5. Drinks have been called. Brief intermission as the players regroup and rehydrate.
Nancy Patel back into the attack, bowling her third over. Gets absolutely dispatched straight. That's a huge shot. What a strike that was.
Negar Sultana Jyoti through the kitchen sink at that, and then some. Terrific strike going all the way over the rope. Shuffles across. Almost yorks herself. But this was well outside the off stump.
She wanted to go again there, did Jyoti. Smart bowling by Patel, just followed her. Took all her arms away from that second shot, but that first one, she managed to play that through the line of the ball. I think it would have gone the whole distance.
Big swing and taken. Good catch. This time around, there's no stopping the New Zealand fielding unit, who have been really on the money more often than not in this warm-up outing against Bangladesh, as Ritu Moni departs and Nancy Patel picks up her third.
Proving a really big part of this spin attack is Nancy Patel. It's a good catch, diving to her right. And that will be the last that we see of Ritu Monu. 10 off 13, caught by Devonshire, bowled Nancy Patel, Bangladesh 92 for 6.
Fahima Khatun, leg spinner, can use the long handle, joins Negar Sultana Jyoti in the middle. Nodal diffidently towards the mid-on fielder. This is a good learning experience, this warm-up game for Nancy Patel. She's been carted for runs, but she's come back really well every time. She's leaked boundaries at the start of an over. Good variations on display from this younger.
What I've really liked about her is how she's manipulated and moved her field. So she's pulled fielders, changed the angles, and created opportunities that way.
Loud appeal. That looked absolutely plumb. And up goes the finger. Nancy Patel, what a show she's putting on. A well-deserved 4-wicket haul. And this time she takes out Fahima Khatun. That would have gone on to strike the off stump.
Well, it's a great shout from the umpire. It was going to go on and hit the top of off stump. Nancy Patel takes her 4th wicket. And it's the wicket of Fahima Khatun, who goes for a duck. And Bangladesh now 92 for 7.
Starts the over with the single. Nancy Patel, she's been on fire. We saw a 4 for in the first warm-up game, Marazan Cup. And in this game, Nancy Patel for New Zealand. Nahida Akhtar, new batter.
I think Shabani, New Zealand will be feeling that they've gained the most out of this warm-up match. Nahida Akhtar is coming in here now with something of a crisis for Bangladesh, 93 for 7. That's lovely. I still would like, 93 for 7. They're not going to get these runs. I'd like to see Amelia Kerr with a slip, maybe a second slip, put pressure on. And by doing that, you also get the batter to think, okay, if you got slips, I'll try and hit you at the ground. High ball! Oh, she's bowled a no ball. Really, that's a fine. That's the Team Kitty. Fine. She's overstepped here. Susie Bates has just said she's overstepped because she's coming down the hill. This ground is as flat as a snooker table. Well done, Susie. And the scorers have now got the message.
Time for a free hit. And Nigar Sultana on strike. But it is a free hit, so it's not going to be out. With a free swing of the bat. A little too full. Missing out.
It's the free hit, so you don't think about the repercussions of a wild swing. You know it's a free hit, so Jyoti helping the umpire. Beautiful day now. It's 6 o'clock in the early evening here at Loughborough, a day which began with very gloomy skies and pretty horrible rugby weather, but we're playing cricket.
When we got into the ground in the morning, we were wondering, will we even get half a game in or even an over in? It's been great that we've been able to get almost 2 full games.
Yeah, absolutely. Into the over, it's 98 for 7. Susie Bates gonna have another over. Her occasional off spin. 4 for 26, her best. That was against Australia in Invercargill 15 years ago. Just dwell on those figures for a moment. 15 years ago, Susie Bates recorded her best figures in a T20 international against Australia in Invercargill. Played there, Shabina?
Haven't had the opportunity.
Oh.
Not yet, at least.
Gets cold in there in midsummer. Okay, there's no deep backward square.
A good option with this field set. We saw Amelia Kerr do that as well. Access deep square leg. And there was a deep mid wicket, a long on, long off, and a sweeper. So a safe area, even if you don't hit it well enough. Hit it into space.
Much quicker this time. And Susie Bates bowling off spin here. I've seen her bowling seam up as well. Very talented cricketer.
That's when the 4-4 would have come 15 years ago. Only recently has she switched to bowling off spin. And even with her off spin, she is a partnership breaker. When the others aren't able to do the job, she comes in. Even if she may go for a couple of runs here or there, she has that knack of picking up wickets.
Wide ball.
That's a wide. Somewhere in my research, I saw your name alongside Susie Bates, Shivani. you want to tell us about that?
I've had the great honor of sharing a dressing room with her for Otago.
That's a good shot. That's a healthy looking shot, and it's 4. So you played for Otago in the New Zealand County Championship.
Yes,
They call it the counties, don't they?
Super Smash,
Yeah, that's right.
the 50 over and the 20 over format. I had the opportunity to open with her.
Oh, wonderful.
By the time I'd scored 10, she was on 45.
That's the end of the over. 104 for 7. Flora Devonshire, who I think has had a good day today. She's 1 for 7 in 2 overs, bowled with great control.
Yes.
And I was on with you earlier, Shabani, the fact that she's got this very repeatable action. I think we're going to see some spin making its mark in this World Cup tournament. Think of Sophie Eccleston for England. They are predicting much warmer days in June.
When you think of England, you think of swing and pace, but it also has, spin also has its place, most definitely. To hold the innings together, to keep it nice and tight. And when you do keep it tight, you do get wickets as well. But spinners are going to play a key role, absolutely.
Well, they certainly are. Lindsay Smith, Sophie Eccleston for England, key. Charlie Dean as well, and I think for Australia, Alana King. Fabulous leg spinner, gives the ball a rip, Alana. So I think they've got a lot of good things going, the Australians. Want to get that crown back. They've won it 6 times. Good looking shot, and it clears Maddie Green at long on. That's a very healthy blow. It makes you wonder why the Bangladesh batters don't go down the ground more than they do. It's as good as we've seen.
A touch fuller from Devonshire, and Nahida Akhtar fancied her chances. Gets good elevation and good distance. And in this sort of situation, you back yourself to see how many of these shots you can hit. 1-1-1 for 7.
Right, I'm over to you.
3 overs to go here. And New Zealand turn now to Rosemary Meyer. And interestingly, the keeper is standing up. Holly Inglis. Good test, and it's good. I like to see this. So the pace of Rosemary Meyer, she's not express pace, but to see the keeper standing up as well as to stop the batters going out of the crease.
And Polly Inglis, also from Otago. At 29 years of age. She's done well in the domestic circuit for Otago.
Well, not sure how you describe it. Outside edge, flashing past short third for 4.
But this is also the courage and the bravery you'd like to see, going for the shots, and they come off even as edges.
Yeah, there's no point in Bangladesh just blocking their way to the end of the 20. Go for your shots, play some shots, gain some confidence out there against top-class bowling. Do that. Fetched onto that leg side. Oh, nice fielding. There's a few laughs going on right there, but it was some very good fielding.
A good tag team effort, Maddie Green and Georgia Plimmer, combining well on the line to keep it down to 2. They are enjoying themselves out there, aren't they, New Zealand?
Well, they've made the most of the conditions. It's a little damp to start, but 193 on the board. We haven't seen Sophie Devine today. She's carried 1 or 2 drinks, but of course these warm-up matches are for giving everyone in the squad time in the middle.
We also haven't seen Bree Illing in action with her left arm pace. She was mighty impressive in that 50 over World Cup.
Yes, she was. She brought a new dimension, didn't she? I was talking to Craig McMillan before this match. I said, how's she going, Bree Illing? And she said, it's good. She's got good shape, in good form for this tournament. It's out. That is a very good catch. Georgia Plimmer takes the catch, and she was always in control, got into position very early, and it's another wicket down.
I tried to take it all the way, Nahida Akhtar, converting that from the offside. The good running catch from Georgia Plimmer made it look easier than it was to cover all that distance. Great control and a good smile to go with it. Nahida Akhtar goes for 17, 118 for 8 Bangladesh.
So it's the final over, and it's the White Ferns captain, Mealy Kerr, who lit up the New Zealand batting with 51 of 28. Such a wonderfully gifted all-round cricketer. Here again on Tuesday here at Loughborough University. South Africa, Ireland, New Zealand and Bangladesh. Had the 2 matches today, and of course on Tuesday just swap the sides around. Right, can Mealy Kerr finish this? 8 wickets down Bangladesh. Can she wrap it up? Not with a ball like that.
Looking to entice the batter into a false shot. Really tossed up. When Murufa Akhtar just stays away.
Jyoti's had time in the middle. Spent a lot of time, but she's used up 31 balls for her 28. Oh dear, what's happened there, Mealy? I'm not sure what happened there, but there are a few New Zealand players grinning.
They're able to see the lighter side of things because they did the hard work with the bat. 193.
Very nicely played. That will run for 4 through extra. Jyoti here, just adding to her total. She's been out there for a long time.
It gets to the pitch of the ball. And then a free drive. There's an offside cord in. As soon as you pierce that gap, it's running away for the boundary.
And that is the end of the contest. New Zealand too strong today. Bangladesh finish 125 for 8. And a long way behind New Zealand's 193. New Zealand win this match by 68 runs. A lot to look back on for New Zealand. Runs for the captain. Thought Flora Devonshire bowled well. Leah Tahuhu looked good. What are your thoughts, Shabani?
All-round clinical and comprehensive performance from New Zealand. A good first outing in their first of 2 warm-up games here in Loughborough. Their top 5 all contributing with the bat. A good opening partnership between Georgia Plimmer and Susie Bates. Bates getting into her 40s. Izzy Sharp was mighty impressive as well. The skipper Millie Kerr getting to a 50 in quick time and staying unbeaten. And Devonshire with a quick fire 20 to add as well to take them to 193. What a performance it was with the bat, and they backed it up with the ball as well. Whoever got an opportunity. And Nancy Patel, the standout with 4 wickets. Exceptional outing. A happy outing for New Zealand today.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the warm-up matches, when you've got the likes of Susie Bates, who's played so much cricket over a long career, and you've got some new young players coming in. And to get the mix right between those who are aspiring to have a long career with New Zealand, those who are bowing out, I think they've dovetailed well today. Bangladesh, well, got to ask some questions. I didn't think their bowling was at its best today, Shabani. I expected a bit more from their spinners, and we didn't see Shauna Akhtar bowling.
She came in very late in the innings. Just looking back at this Bangladesh batting innings, 26 for Firdaus. She was looking good before she was dismissed. Nigar Sultana staying unbeaten for a run of ball 32. Unfortunately, not too many partnerships and batting contributions. So they finished with 125 runs on the board in their 20 overs for the loss of 8. Yeah, some good healthy bowling figures. Nancy Patel, 3 overs, 11 dot balls, 4 for 18. Standout figures. Flora Devonshire, 1 for 14 in 3. So you put those together, 6 overs, 5 for 32. They put a strong grip, a stranglehold on the batting. Rosemary Meyer, 1 for 22, 1 for 12 in 3. Leah Tahuhu. Millie Kerr got 3 overs in as well. So New Zealand, 193 for 3. Millie Kerr, 51 not out. Izzy Sharp, 46. Susie Bates, 45. Georgia Plimmer, 28. 125 for 8, Bangladesh. New Zealand winning this match by 68 runs. We will take a short break and we'll meet the captains shortly after.
very good contest here, certainly from the New Zealand point of view. The White Ferns with an overwhelming victory by 68 runs over Bangladesh. Millie Kerr 51 from 28, Izzy Sharp. It's good that these players got double figures. Susie Bates, Georgia Plimmer, and in reply, Bangladesh 125 for 8, with Nancy Patel shining with 4 for 18, New Zealand winning by 68 runs. They're ready down there, aren't they? They're ready. Yeah, one. Do you want to go to it? Okay. So a win for New Zealand by 68 runs. Shabani Vaska alongside New Zealand, pressurised, and this was superb from Millie Kerr.
The captain leading from the front to start things going. And then Nancy Patel comes in, picks up her first, and the slide starts. Leah Tahuhu. She was right on target. And Flora Devonshire bowling Ritumoni around the legs. She was good, Nancy Patel, over the wicket, around the wicket, with her variations, with her lines, changing it up, keeping the batters guessing. Seemed like she may get a fifer, but she finished with 4 today, catching Fahima Khatun right in front of the stumps. Great control. But the wickets just kept falling, and that's why Bangladesh fell 68 runs short of the target.
Yeah, comprehensive performance. Let's now hear from the captains with Anisha Ghosh. Anisha.
Well, I've got with me the Bangladesh skipper, Nigar Sultana Jyoti. Nigar, what went wrong really in this warm-up fixture against defending champions New Zealand?
I guess as a bowling unit, we conceded a lot of runs in the board, and we tried few things in the middle, and it didn't work out. And I guess in the batting, I think we had a good start in the power play, but we couldn't capitalize ourselves in the middle over, and we kept losing wicket, so it actually cost us.
Some bright spots did emerge in that outing, including your own performance with the bat and that of Juaria Firdaus. Talk us through those 2 innings in specific.
I guess that is her, like, Juaria's first T20 World Cup, so she's so young, and she's very aggressive, and she was doing the same for the team. I think if she could play a few more overs, maybe we can add it to a few more runs.
And Ritumoni, such a seasoned, experienced campaigner she is. She's looking to find her rhythm really well, first in Scotland during the Tri-Series, and now in this first ever outing in England, taking 2 wickets as a medium pacer.
Yeah, I think she's been very consistent for her bowling, and we played a Tri-Series in Scotland, and she was brilliant in there, and she's been doing the same for the team, and I hope like she's doing the same for the upcoming matches.
And if you were to give a piece of advice to all the young players in the Bangladeshi when it comes to navigating the conditions of playing in England for the first time?
I think we took a good decision to came early in Edinburgh, play a few games there, because initially it was a bit challenging for us, because here length is different in Bangladesh or subcontinental area. We had the different conditions, so we took some time to adapt the situation and condition. I think it's pretty good to bat on, but still, if you really want to get runs in the board, you have to stay there and play like with a straight bat.
Hard luck today, Nigar. We'll see you again on Tuesday. Go well. That was Nigar Sultana Jyoti, skipper of Bangladesh. And in comes Millie Kerr, star performer on the day, as she usually is more often than not. And congratulations on that fine outing. What do you make of your team's all-round emphatic performance?
Yeah, it's just nice to get out there after, I guess, our series against England, having a little break. It feels like we haven't played cricket in a while, so nice to just go out there and see different people contribute to the team performance. And I think some of the ball striking from the other players was brilliant to see.
Speaking of contributions coming in from the young and the experienced alike, you had the likes of Susie Bates, Izzy Sharp, and of course the big hitter that you seem to have unearthed in Devonshire. Talk us through those contributions in specific.
Yeah, they were awesome. I think one, the Izzy Sharp, how hard she hits the ball and how straight she hits it, and then Flora Devonshire there at the end. To be able to hit the ball like she did and also over extra cover, it's always a nice shot to watch. So it's very cool to see them do so well, and I guess it holds us in good stead for the future of New Zealand cricket.
Speaking of the future, again, look at the youngsters and the likes of Nancy Patel. 4 wickets for fun almost. What did you make of that performance?
Yeah, she's been so good for us. Whenever she's had an opportunity to play, she's been amazing, and I just think she loves cricket. She loves competing. She's got really good energy, and she's smart, and she's very accurate. She doesn't miss the stumps very often, so she asks a lot of questions when she's bowling, and whenever she's got the ball in hand, she's putting her hand up and taken every opportunity given to her.
I cannot let you go without asking about another key architect of this win, a chief contributor on the sidelines, Chief Drinks Carrier, your predecessor, former New Zealand skipper, World Cup winning captain Sophie Devine. She seemed to carry the drinks as well as, great spirits into the middle.
Yeah, obviously it's not very often you see Sophie running the drinks, so she'll be out there come the World Cup, and she's such a key player for New Zealand, and we all know how destructive she is, and when she is one of the best in the world, so we'll be looking forward to having her for this World Cup, obviously the last one for a few of our players, but you won't see her running the drinks too often, but she's got a lot of energy and she's loving being around the group.
It's clearly visible. Thank you very much, Mia Leaker, and go well in the next game.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, very comfortable outing today for New Zealand, and Mealy Kerr making the point that it was the method today with which they won, giving lots of people responsibility, batters getting runs, bowlers having a good bowl, and they were energetic in the field. Too strong today for Bangladesh. New Zealand winning by 68. A little bit of rest for Sunday and Monday, but the warm-ups continue on the 8th of June. It's West Indies, Australia. That's in Cardiff at Spire Gardens. West Indies, India. West Indies, India. And there's England against Australia in Cardiff. You see, I saw Cardiff and I went, I lost my thread. And back to Loughborough. Could lose it here as well. Ireland against Bangladesh. So the 4 teams involved again. South Africa, New Zealand. That's here on Tuesday. We look forward to your company. We've had a good day today. Thanks to everyone involved in getting the cricket going when we had the rain falling. And we'll see you on Tuesday here at the University of Loughborough.